guys, it is your girl Pretty Girl Peeps, and I am here today to do a video on a quick summer daytime glam look. So of course, if you want to see more, then you already know what to do. So to get started, I'm actually going to go into my Nivea Creme to moisturize all over my face. Moisturizing should always be your first step, just to get a good foundation going for your makeup to apply to. I really haven't been using this cream during the summer because it's a little bit thicker, but I do like it, especially for looks like this. So I went ahead and, as I said, applied that all over my face. Next, I took the Becca Illuminating Backlight Primer. I love this. It's so illuminating and it has a really nice glow. And I just put this all over my face and just rubbed it in, just to give the face and the foundation something to adhere to, especially because I planned on wearing this makeup all day, and I literally wore this makeup all day. And when I tell y'all, it did not budge, it did not come off. Like, my makeup was popping all day. So then next, what I did was I went into the Nars Sheer Glow in the color Tahoe, and I just applied this all over my face. I really like this foundation. It's really lightweight. It's really dewy, really glowy. As you can see here, it reminds me of, yeah, I totally lost my train of thought. Then I'm going to go into my e.l.f. all over, my all over brush. This is the foundation one, and I really like this brush because it really blends everything in really well. It's like a buffing brush, but a little bit bigger and a little bit thicker, but the brushes, you know, it feels really still comfortable. Like, it doesn't feel like big. I just feel like it really gives you like that really smooth foundation base that we all love. And you got to make sure you hit that neck, because you don't want to look like you have a floating neck where, you know, your neck is one color, your face is another color. So you want to make sure you get all those areas. Get the eyes, so your eyes can be the same color. And I know right now it looks crazy, but it will oxidize, I promise. So I'm just going to really make sure I get this blended in really well. I know it seems like it's taking a long time, but hey, to look good, it takes time. Like, you really got to take your time and make sure that you really get this all blended out and that it looks really flawless and really pretty on your skin. You kind of want it to look like a second skin once you have this on. So then after that, what I'm going to do is go into my Milani Retouch and Erase Light Lifting Concealer. And this is in the color 5 or Honey. And I'm just going to apply this. I like this concealer. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. It's kind of just like a really good middle grade concealer. So I use this when, you know, I'm going out, but, you know, I might not be going out for as long or to something, you know, as nice as I would wear my Tarte concealer to. But I definitely think it's comparable to the Tarte concealer. However, the Tarte concealer is just, it's my all-time favorite. But this one is pretty up there as well. This and the LA Girl, of course. But I'm just going to apply this in all the places that I want to highlight. And, you know, like under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, under my chin, my Cupid's bow. And I'm going to put just a little bit under where I'm going to have my contour go, just to make my face pop a little bit. And then I'm just going to take my damp Tarte sponge, and I'm just going to blend it all in, making sure to try to stay within the areas that I actually put the concealer so that it looks like a very flawless base, which is what you're going to see me doing here. And again, I know this probably seems like, oh my God, why is it taking so long to blend all this makeup out? But trust me, that's like the good part. Like, you really want it to look nice, especially like if you're going somewhere. Then next, what I did was I took the Wet n Wild 3D Contour makeup stick, and this one is in the color Call Me Maple. And I just applied this in the hollows of my cheeks, my jawline, my temples, and of course down the sides of my nose. And then I'm just going to take that e.l.f. brush again, the all over brush, and I'm just going to use that to kind of blend everything out. Since it already has a foundation in there, it'll kind of create a softer look with this color. So I'm just going to use it to kind of blend everything out as best as I can, because I'm still going to put powder over it anyway, so I'll try to do a better job blending once I get to the powder part of the contour. So that's what you're just going to see me doing, is using the e.l.f. all over brush. And I believe this is the all over foundation. Then next what I did was I mixed the Sacha Buttercup and Laura Mercier powders together. And I just put a little bit under my eyes, pretty much everywhere I highlighted, you know, like around my mouth, my forehead, under where I concealed. And I actually think I kind of went a little heavy-handed with it, but you'll see a little bit later in the footage how I remedied that. But for now, I just wanted to keep it in so you guys could kind of see how much I applied. I'm normally way lighter with it than I was on today. And as you can see, I sneezed. That's how you can tell I really had a lot of that going on. Then what I did was I took my e.l.f. brush and I just swept away all of the residue that was left behind from the powders that I mixed together and I put on my face, as you can see me doing here. I'm just going to make sure to really dust as much of it off as I can. Then what I'm going to do is take the Black Radiance contour kit, and I am going to use the contour color, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that in some key areas just to bring some color back to my face, as you see me doing now. And then I'm just going to try to blend this out very well. I applied it with my Real Techniques brush. Then I'm just going to use one of my e.l.f. contour brushes to get the bridge of my nose. And then what I'm going to do, I have a kind of contour brush from e.l.f. No, actually, I'm sorry, this is from Wet n Wild. I'm just going to kind of use this to try to blend out any harsh lines or, you know, anything like that, just to make it look a little bit more natural. When I spray my face down, it's kind of going to make everything come together. So if it looks crazy now, like I said, I have to go back in with some powder later, and you guys will see why and how I did that. But like I said, I wanted to keep the genuineness of this part of the video and show you guys what I did. As you can see, I'm just blending everything. Then what I did was I took my MAC Fix Plus, and I'm just going to spray my face down with this to kind of set all of that powder and kind of make the face, you know, come together a little bit more. Even though, like I said, I'm going to fix this a little bit later. Still want to show you guys. Then I'm going to go into my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I'm just going to apply this all over my lids, as you see me doing here. Then I'm just going to use my finger and just blend this in. I do have a little blending brush I use sometimes, but today, figure not. Then what I'm actually going to do is I am going to set, with the leftover powder, I'm going to set my eyes. Then I'm going to go into that Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette again. And I'm going to use the middle shade, the Sculpt shade, as my transition color. I already did one eye off camera. So you're going to see me go into that transition color. And I think it's just a really nice warm brown. Gives that look a little bit of warmth. And you're just going to see me really blend that in. When you're blending transition colors, you really want to make sure that you are blending to the best of your ability. You don't want muddy lines. You don't want any lines. You just want everything to really look nice. So that's exactly why I'm doing it that way. Next, I'm going to take my NYX Avant Surreal My Heart palette, and I'm going to take that peach color and apply it to my lid. And this is one of my favorite palettes. This and the Carly Bible. That's why you keep seeing me use them. Like, I really like the pigment in a lot of these colors. I'm just going to apply that all over my mobile lid. Give it a nice coverage. Then what I'm going to do is take my NYX loose pigments, and this is going to be in the color Mink Vision. And I am going to spray my brush first with some e.l.f. Fix Plus. And this is just like a flat eyeshadow brush. This one is from my Urban Decay Naked palette, the brush that I'm using. I'm just going to apply that all over my mobile lid. Kind of get the eye. This is where that glam is going to come in. Is with this really like gold but subtle gold look. Then what I am going to do next is just go back in with that transition color and just make sure it's blending really nice. Then I'm going to go into the black color in the palette, and I'm just going to take one of my crease brush. I'm going to take one of my crease blending brushes. I'm just going to blend a little bit of black, not a lot, because I don't want it to get, you know, too hot, too smoky. I just want to give it a little bit of an edge. So I'm going to go in with that black and just within the V of my eye, the outer V, I'm just going to use that black. And then I'm just going to go back in with whatever's left over and blend it. Next, for my lashes, I am going to be using today the Maybelline Colosssal Big Shot in the color Black is Black. Oh my gosh, I really love this mascara. It's so nice, y'all. I can't wait to get Makeup Shayla's version. It's been sold out, but I got to support my girl. And for lashes, I use the ARDELL Soft Touch lashes in 160. And I, applied these using my Tarte Little Lash Helper. And I'm sorry if I don't sound as upbeat as usual. I am recording this after a kind of long day at work, not going to lie to you, but I really wanted to record it for you guys and get this look going. Once I actually have the lashes on, I normally take that set of tweezers and just squeeze them together to make sure, they look blended. That's what you see me doing right here. Next, what I am going to do is I'm just going to clean up that little area right there. And then I'm going to use that same pigment and not wet it. And I'm going to use that in my inner tear duct. And then I'm going to take that same transition color I used from the Black Radiance. And I'm just going to kind of, put that along my lower lash line. And that's just going to give the look a little bit more dimension. Then I'm going to take that black again and I'm going to go into the outer part of my lower lash just to give it a little bit more dramatics. And then I'm going to coat my bottom lashes with that Maybelline Big Shot Colossal as well. Then what I'm going to do is take my MAC blotting powder, and I am going to try to wipe away even more of that setting powder, just because, like I said, I use too much, and this is just kind of going to help even it out so it doesn't look as bright and crazy. So that's just a little trick I do sometimes to kind of control the color again and to kind of make sure everything is blended well and blended out. Then what I am going to do is I am going to spray my face down with the NYX Dewy Setting Spray to set everything. Then I'm going to take my COLOURPOP Kai lip pencil. Again, this is my favorite right now, you guys. As you can see, I still got some ways to go on it. My battery went dead, so I couldn't show you guys the final things I did, but I'll just show you really quickly on here. So the final things I did was I lined my lips with the Kai from COLOURPOP lip pencil. Then I used the Lip Bars Maneater, and then I used NYX Glam Gloss. And this is in the color The Beat Goes On. And then I just sprayed my face with the NYX Dewy Setting Spray. So if you have any questions, everything I use will be listed below. I thank you guys for watching this video with me as always. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below.